My ex talks about me on YouTube. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future updates. And while you're at it, drop a comment below. What would you do if your ex aired your story on YouTube? Let's chat about it in the comments. I'm dying to know what you guys think. Let's get into it. Let me back up a bit. I dated this girl for 2 years. Let's call her M. She seemed normal at first, you know? We met at a party through mutual friends. She was funny, smart, a little wild, but I liked that about her. For the first few months, things were good. We clicked, or at least I thought we did. But then the cracks started showing. It was subtle at first, her constant need to control everything. What I wore, who I hung out with, how I spent my time. It escalated. She'd get mad if I wanted a night out with the guys, or if I didn't reply to her texts within 5 minutes. It was suffocating, but I stuck around. I guess I thought that's how relationships worked, or maybe I just didn't want to admit how bad it was getting. I'll never forget the day she flipped out because I went to my mom's house without telling her first. "You don't respect me," she screamed. "You just do whatever the fuck you want." I tried to calm her down, explain that I didn't think it was a big deal. I mean, it was just my mom's house. But she wasn't having it. She stormed out, and that became our cycle. Fight, scream, make up, repeat. It was exhausting. Eventually, I broke up with her. I couldn't take it anymore. I felt like I was losing myself, like I wasn't even a person in my own relationship. She cried, begged me to stay, and for a moment I almost did. But no, I couldn't. I had to get out. A few months after the breakup, I was starting to feel like myself again. I was going out more, seeing my friends, just enjoying life without M breathing down my neck. That's when the messages started. "Hey man, you see what M posted? Dude, she's talking about you online. What the fuck is this about YouTube?" At first, I had no clue what they were talking about. Then I got curious. I looked up her channel, and there it was. A whole series of videos titled, "My Ex, the Narcissist Who Destroyed Me," or some shit like that. I couldn't believe it. There she was, sitting in front of a camera, looking all sad and broken, telling the world how I was this horrible, manipulative, gaslighting boyfriend who ruined her life. I was floored. I mean, yeah, our relationship wasn't perfect, but I wasn't the monster she was making me out to be. The comments were insane. People were sympathizing with her, calling me a piece of shit, saying I deserved to rot in hell. I wanted to scream. This wasn't the truth, but what could I do? It's not like I could just jump into the comments and start defending myself. That would only make me look worse. I decided to ignore it, hoping it would blow over. But M kept posting. Every week, a new video, each one more dramatic than the last. She even started bringing up personal stuff, things I told her in confidence. She talked about my anxiety, how I struggled with depression, and painted it like it was some big flaw of mine, like I was weak. It was humiliating. One night, after a few drinks, I snapped. I couldn't just let her keep dragging my name through the mud. I went over to her place. I didn't even think it through. I just showed up and knocked on the door. When she opened it, she looked shocked, but she quickly put on that fake, sweet smile she always used when she was trying to manipulate me. "What are you doing here?" she asked, all innocent-like. "You need to stop," I said. My voice was shaky, but I tried to stay calm. "The videos, Em. You need to stop." She tilted her head, pretending like she didn't know what I was talking about. "What videos?" I could feel my blood boiling. "You know damn well what I'm talking about. You're dragging my name through the fucking mud on YouTube, making me out to be this psycho when you're the one who couldn't let go. You need to take them down." She crossed her arms, that smug look on her face. "I'm just telling my truth," she said, like she was some sort of victim. "People deserve to know what I went through." "Bullshit!" I snapped. "You're lying, twisting everything to make yourself look like the victim." She didn't even flinch. "This is my story, and I have every right to tell it." I stood there fuming, not knowing what to say. Part of me wanted to scream at her, but I knew that wouldn't solve anything. I just turned around and left. I didn't want to give her the satisfaction of seeing me break down. Weeks went by and the videos kept coming. She was relentless. At this point, her channel was blowing up. People were eating up her sob stories, subscribing to her channel, praising her for being so brave for speaking out. I wanted to throw up. I tried talking to my friends about it, but no one knew what to do. One of my buddies suggested I make my own video, tell my side of the story. But I didn't want to stoop to her level. I wasn't going to turn this into a fucking reality show. I just wanted it to end. Then, out of nowhere, I get a call from my mom. She sounded upset, more upset than I'd ever heard her. "She posted about me," my mom said, her voice trembling. "She's bringing me into this." I felt my stomach drop. I opened YouTube and sure enough, there was a new video. This time it was about my family. Em was claiming that my mom was part of the problem, that she was controlling, that she didn't approve of our relationship, and that's why we broke up. It was all lies. Every word. But people were eating it up, calling my mom toxic, saying I was raised in a messed up household. That was it. I couldn't just sit by anymore. I called a lawyer. I didn't want to, but I didn't see any other way. The lawyer told me I had a case that we could file for defamation, but it would take time and money, and there was no guarantee we'd win. Still, I had to do something. In the meantime, I decided to confront her again, this time with my parents. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but I needed her to see the damage she was doing. We showed up at her house, my mom and dad standing behind me like we were about to go to war. I knocked, and when she opened the door, she looked startled to see us all there. "You need to stop this now," my mom said, her voice firm. Em just stood there smirking. "I'm not doing anything wrong." "You're hurting people," I added. "You're spreading lies, and for what? Views? Likes?" She shrugged. "It's my truth." I couldn't believe it. She was so far gone, so deep into her own narrative that nothing we said would get through to her. My dad, who rarely ever spoke up, finally chimed in. "You're going to regret this one day. Emma's hurting people for attention doesn't end well." We left after that. I knew we weren't going to get through to her, but at least we tried. Now, all I could do was wait for the legal process to play out. Update. It's been a few months since that last confrontation. The legal stuff is still ongoing, but Em's YouTube career has started to fall apart. People are beginning to see through her lies. A few of her old friends have come forward, exposing her for who she really is. It feels good to see her losing subscribers, but it doesn't change the damage she did. I still get messages from people who think I'm the bad guy, but they're fewer now. I'm slowly rebuilding my life, trying to move on from the mess she made. It's not easy, but I'm getting there. I've started dating again. It's weird, putting myself out there after everything that happened. Trusting someone new feels like walking on eggshells, but I'm learning to let go of the past. Em's still out there, probably posting videos about her next victim. But I'm done letting her control my life. I've moved on, and I'm finally free.